Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so after 15 minutes of hard work, I think I fixed the IK, but the white triangle is pointing backwards. Is that supposed to happen?
Let's see mine. Yeah, it's pointing backwards. Look at that. See?
All right. So how do I test whether or not the rig is working properly? How do I test it?
We can just move it. And if it does this, then it's fine.
Okay, so I just move like a.
Move it.
Oh, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, cool. Doesn't look weird. Looks the same as the other leg.
Well, I
Like,
only did IK for one side. I'll screenshot something.
okay, as long as it doesn't look like a completely different pose, it's fine.
Uh, Here, let me send a screenshot.
Send screenshot. Yeah, you can do on
Okay,
Discord or
okay.
here, whatever. Yeah.
All right, all right. Uh, Here it is. What? It's supposed to look like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Looks fine.
okay. Think it's working.
Okay. Okay. Great job.
Uh,
Cool.
Now how do I do the box?
But look, I'm looking at your joint orients here. I have a
Oh,
feeling that your Y is pointing up. Yeah, it's not the same as what I did. Looks a little bit messy.
okay.
You might want to make sure that it's like it's on this slide here. If you download this, it's more like this. That's what you want.
How do I make sure the Y is pointing up though? Like,
Well,
what do I do now after like it happened?
um, you unskin it, and then you just have to, uh, do that thing where you were. Okay, let me just save this, and then you basically just go to, like you just unskin it, and then you go to Comet, and you just go through the steps, basically.
X, Y, Y?
Yeah, you can also watch the video. That's another option for you. But basically, it's about tweaking it. Make sure, like, if it's pointing backwards, you just tweak it so it points forwards, like this.
Okay, so
I kind of covered this. Were you here when I was talking about it?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just didn't quite get the idea. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
no worries, man. No worries. Okay, cool. Okay. I mean, it's not a big deal, but if something doesn't work, you might want to just check the video to make sure. As long as it works, it's fine. Okay, so we were here. So we made the
Hey, sir,
control.
I have a quick question. For
Yeah.
the ear end joint, if it's not like right at the outside of the ear mesh, is that okay? Like,
That's fine. It's fine.
yeah, like it's completely inside.
That's fine.
Okay.
And I still need a bit of help creating the box.
Yeah, so you just click on this IK and then just press this box button. It makes a box for you, okay?
Oh,
You just assign a color. And then you can modify the vertices to shape it how you like. If you press F8, you can select the points and move them. Right? Like this. And like that. See what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And then press F8 again and you're done, okay? Then make sure when you make a box to space it, to get that offset group on it. Like this. And then now we have a box. But our box is not doing anything. So this whole thing is that we want this box to control our IK, right? So how can we control our IK with the box? That's a great question, isn't it? What's going on here? All right, so
Thank you.
you select the box you control click on the IK and you go constrain point. Okay. Boom. Once you do that, now when you select the box and move it around, it will move your, oh my God. Oh my God. What is going on with this mouse? It will move your leg. You see what I mean?
Wait, can you show that one more time? The point thing.
Yeah. So you select the box, control click on the IK, and then you go constrain point.
Okay.
So the order of selection is first the box. Okay, no. Select the box, select the IK, go constraint point. Okay. There you go. And now the box is moving the foot, but it's not rotating the foot. You see what I mean? It's the problem. And when I move it, the foot is rotating on its own, which is annoying. Animator is going to be pissed about that. They're going to be like, I can't animate. Goodbye. So we don't want that, do we? Now, if you select this IK here, you can rotate it all you want, but you will soon realize that it doesn't really matter how you rotate it, okay? On the other hand, if you grab this bone and if you start rotating this bone, then you will see that this is what actually controls the rotation of that foot, right? So what you're going to do now is you're going to select the box. You're going to shift click on the bone. And you're going to go constrain orient. Now, if I do that, this is going to happen. Does anyone know why this happened? So this is because those constraints, they need an offset sometimes. So if you make an orient constraint like that, you need to go to the settings and make sure that maintain offset is on. And that will retain the original position. And now look what you're gonna get. You're gonna get this, which is nice, right? Now you have pretty good control over that foot. You can rotate it and you can position it.
I'm sorry, how did you get it to follow the translate? Have the leg follow the translate?
You select the box, you control click on the IK, and you go constrain point. That's
no changes?
No changes, no.
Okay, thank you.
So that was the translation. Now the rotation, you select the box, you select the bone. So that's what I'm gonna say. For the rotation, select the box, select the joint, and then go constraint orient with offset. So basically, you know, like this. There you go. No, not that. There you go. Point constraint I can handle to the foot control. Orient constraint with offset. Okay. Is that clear? How do I show it again? What's the question? You want it to behave like that. If it doesn't behave like that, something's wrong. Box, IK, constraint point. Box, bone, constraint orient with offset. Make sense?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, okay, cool. So that's already way better than what it was before, right? Cool. We have that. Now the question I have is like, okay, so the knee. The knee is always bending backwards, but what if I wanted to bend sideways or control it, you know, like if I rotate my foot? So that's the next thing. So how to do that? Well, you can select this bone, go to the rigging tool, and then you can make a locator there. If you go to wireframe view, you will see the locator there, right? You're just going to zero out the rotation of this locator, so it's like oriented like this. And you can move it about 20 centimeters back, something like that. You can make it red, and you can name it. left, rear, lower knee control. Okay. So this is our knee control, and we can space it. Space it. Oops, spaced. You have the group now. And then this is going to control the knee. So you select this, then you shift click on the IK, and you go constrain pole vector. And once you do that, you're going to see that there's this line drawn here now. And look, now when you move this, you have control over that knee. See what I mean?
Yeah, can you show that one time?
Yeah, sure that.
But you see what I mean? This is what you want, right?
Mhm.
So how do we get there? So let's do it again. So select this bone, make a locator,
Yeah.
and zero out the locator, 0. And then you can just do left, rear, knee control and space it. And we grab that group and move it back 20 centimeters or something. All right. You can make this red. And now we select this, we shift click on the IK, and we go constrain pole vector. And you're going to get something like that. Constrain pole vector. And now this controls how this knee behaves. You see what I mean? Like that. Does that make sense or not really? And this moves the leg, but this controls where the knee is. See? Simple, but does something, okay? We should probably name it left rear. Yeah, that's fine. Left rear lower knee control. Lower knee control. Let's name it like that, just in case. Cool. So now we're gonna have a look at this leg and let's see it. It works, right? But it seems like this upper part is completely dead. Like only the lower part is bending. That's not what we want. We want this whole leg to be kind of bending, right? So let me know when you're ready and we can look into it. Unless you still have some questions about this. Because this is like the simplest thing you can do. But it's just kind of not enough. Like it's fine, but it's you can't really animate it properly, right? All right then. So now let's do the upper part of the leg, how to make it alive. So we're gonna create another IK. That's one of the techniques. So we're gonna go to create IK handle. And again, just make sure we have default setting and go from hip. Oh, I clicked on the wrong joint. Oh no. Escape. Go from hip to this one. Like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like parallel to this. Let's name it left, rear, blah, 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 upper IK. So this one, let's name it lower IK, and that one is going to be upper IK, okay? So that's the lower one, and that's the upper one. So now that we made it, nothing really changed so far. Okay. But what we want to do is we want this to be controlled by the same control, right? So we can grab this control, shift click on this upper IK, and go constrain point. But important here, maintain offset. If you don't maintain offset, it's going to break, okay? So maintain offset, add. Now you will see that what it's doing is, it's doing this now. So if you turn on the geo, it's doing that. So now the upper leg is bending, the lower leg is not really bending. So it's kind of different, right?
Can you show that one more time?
Yeah.
I turn on maintain offset and it shifted it all the way back.
Oh, yeah, no, so that's not what you want. So like what you want is, so let's make it again. Create IK handle, and you want to make it from here to here,
Oh.
right? And name it left, rear, upper IK. I'll make it blue or something. And you select this and this, make sure to maintain offset now, because if you don't, it's going to do this. See, like it snapped and it broke it. So you don't want that. So let's undo that and make sure to constrain point with maintain offset. Boom. It didn't move now, right?
That's weird. It's still doing it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you make it from this joint to that joint? Select this
Yep.
and this. Constrain point, maintain offset.
I'm checking again.
Yeah.
This is point control, point constraint.
Constrain point, maintain offset on,
Yeah.
and then add.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it pushes it like way far behind where it should.
Really? Shit. Show me the screenshot of your screen.
Okay, I'll just
So you
screenshot
select
and put it in the
the-
chat.
You
Yeah.
select the IQ handle and then the curve, and then you do the point.
Mhm.
No. First the control, then the IK handle.
Okay.
The order is important.
Oh.
Okay,
The
got it.
order is important. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that fixed it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's important, because the thing you select first is the master, and the thing you select second is the whatever's driven, right? So in this case, you want your control to move the IK, not your IK to move the control, right? Yeah, so the good check would be you click on your IK. Does it have blue channels? That's good. Your control should never have those blue channels because it's for animation, not for some weird stuff, right? Okay, so
Thank you.
that's what we have now. So we have this. Now this is also not amazing because it's just moving the upper leg, but not the lower, right? So this is gonna be interesting now. Let's save this.
Did you just?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So like basically, we want this guy to be affected a little bit less by this control. How can we do that? So we know that if we select those channels, the translate channels on this IK handle that are driven by this constraint, you see it, right? It's constrained. You can right click on them and you can do like key selected. And that's going to set the key on them, which you can see here on your timeline.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think something went really wrong. Like when I move the control now, everything moves.
Okay,
Literally
but
everything.
no, but make sure you have only the control selected, okay? Just
I-
click somewhere in the middle of nowhere and then click back on your control and then see if that's still the case.
It's still the case. Yeah, it's still happening.
So that's probably because you constrained something to your control and then your control to something. So it's the order of selection. You need to make sure you select your control first, then the other object second, not the opposite.
That's what I did. Like the control doesn't have the blue things either.
It doesn't?
No, everything's.
What about the control group? Does it have blue things?
No.
Okay, so did you constrain the bones though? Do
Did I
bones have blue
constrain
things?
The only
Does
thing that, which one, like the hip or?
Because I'm telling you just constrain IK, right? But maybe you constrain the bone instead of IK.
No. The only thing that has the blue things are the IKs.
Or you want to just send me your file then on Discord so I can open
Sure.
it or something?
Send it to you right now.
Yeah. Let's see it.
One second. Again, waterbed, project, and Discord, right?
Hmm.
Don't look at the naming, please. It's a mess.
Okay, I'm downloading it. All right, let's open it. So we're at 06 now. Let's just save it, and then let's open your scene. Okay, it's a different version probably.
I'm using 2024.
Okay, so we have an X-ray. I just like X-ray joints. Okay. So when you say when you move this, oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah, see? I don't know what's happening.
Okay, see, so your IK goes from there. It's supposed to go from here.
Oh, okay. I thought you said from the hip, and like.
No, from the left hip, not from the hip.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah,
That's
because
okay.
now this IK is controlling the whole rig. You see what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I thought as well. I was like, oh, okay.
That's cool.
I don't know, man. It just happened.
I know, it's crazy. It's fun. Anyway, there you go. So if you just
All
make
right,
it go from
so just
here, it's gonna
delete
be fun.
the
Delete it
the
and
IK
make one
handle.
from here to here. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So then you grab this control, you grab this IK and constraint point, right? With offset.
Yeah, got it.
And then you're gonna get this weird thing that it's moving only the upper leg, but then that's not great either. So then we click on the IK, we select the 3 translate channels. We gotta key them. Key selected. Like that. And you're gonna get green, and then you're gonna have something like this now. So we're back to where we were, except this IK is not moving at all. But once you keyed it, you're gonna get this blend point 1 here, which basically allows you to blend between this key and the constraint. And 0 means 0, so it's fully key. But if you say 0.5, then it's going to be half between the key and half between the constraint, which you're going to get this. See, like it's going to be moving halfway. So then you're going to have this pretty nice situation here, which you can kind of like, it's bending both at the same time. All right.
I fixed the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the next step that you said now? That to fix, like you said, there is a problem right now.
So first of all, you need to constrain this guy with offset to the control. Do you have that?
I did that. Yeah, I did.
And then you select those 3 guys and just key them on that IK, so they get green.
You select the IK
the
handle
translates
and
only, and then the 3 translate channels and right click key. Right, and
key
then
selected. Okay.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get that blend point 1 there. It's 0, but you should set it to like 0.5, and then you're gonna have this nice blending between the key and the constraint. You're gonna get this. See what I mean?
Okay.
So this is pretty cool, but it's kind of like automatic. Maybe an animator wants to control how much which knee is bending, right? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But if they do, we need to give it to them. So on the foot control, we're going to add a new attribute. We're going to just right click here, add attribute. And we're going to be like knee bend ratio. Okay. Minimum going to be 0, maximum 1, and the default is going to be 0.5. And we're just going to add, and here's the attribute. See? So this is how we're going to be controlling it. Add attribute, knee bend ratio, 0, 1, 0.5. Now we just need to hook this attribute up to this upper IK here, to this blend point 1. So how can we connect those?
Hook what to what? Sorry.
Let's look. this basically, right now it does this, right? But if I go into this IK, I can switch it to maybe 0.75, and then that's gonna now favor the upper leg. Okay, well, maybe I want a 0.25. Now it's gonna favor the lower leg. You know what I mean? So it's the kind of control that you might want to have.
Oh, you want
But
to do like set Dervin key? You mean?
Well, the thing is, like, I don't want the animator to have to select IK and change values, because that's not gonna work. I need an attribute on the foot control, right? So yeah, you said set driven key, it's an option, but maybe there's an easier option. So I don't know if you've ever used the node editor.
Really lightly, like not that much.
It's not the worst.
Sorry, yeah, and before you jump into that, could you just go, can I just see your settings for the add attribute one more time?
Sure, so add attribute, and then basically knee bend ratio, that's the name. Float by default, minimum 0, maximum 1, default 0.5. That's it.
Thank you.
Just add it on a foot control. Yeah. And now connecting. So how do we connect? Well, node editor. That's the node editor. So it's not the worst. Also, I don't like the docking thing, so I'm just gonna lock it here because I don't want to dock stuff. That's scary. So first thing that you need to know here is this button will clear the node editor for you, so you don't see anything. And then you want to add things you want to connect. So first thing is I want to connect this foot control. So plus here, it's adding it. It's also adding the shape. Now the shape, I don't want to see the shape because it's going to confuse me. So display no shapes. There you go. I just have a foot control. The next thing I'm connecting is this IK here, the upper one with this blend 0.1.
Wait,
see?
sorry, which one did you click for not showing the shape?
Yeah. Display no shapes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then this, and then we have this upper IK here. I press plus, and it's gonna load it. And so we have the upper IK and we have the foot control. And like now you can just press this again, and it's gonna show you more or less attributes. You see what I mean? This thing. If you go 3, it's gonna show you all the attributes. And if you go with middle drag, you go to the bottom, you see your knee bend ratio. Now if you do mouse roll, it's gonna zoom out. And you can also expand this guy. It has a lot of attributes, but you see there is this blend 0.1 and knee bend ratio. So you just grab the knee bend ratio output here on the left and plug it into blend 0.1 like that. Boom. And you see here it's connected now. And then now you just basically can control it from here. So if you just move this around, you just middle drag it and you can control how much, which one. See what I mean? So 0.5 is a nice default value, but you can change it now if you want to. See? That makes sense?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's a way of fine tuning how much of the upper knee gets controlled by the foot control.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of the methods to rig it. There is like so many methods to rig it like this, but this is like the first method, the easiest, I think. So there's that. Now the next thing we should probably do is we should probably add a pole vector for the upper knee as well, because maybe they want to adjust that too. So it's going to be the same thing as here. So you can just make a, this opens so huge. You just make a locator there. Zero the rotation of the locator. Move it forward this time because the knee is facing forward. Make it red. Name it left rear upper knee. Right, something like that. Space it. Color it. There you go. And now basically you just select this guy. And this, and you can go constrain pole vector. It's going to do the same thing, except now it's controlling this upper knee.
You see what you have a little bit of this. It's kind of silly, I know, but it's useful. Okay. You have it if you need it. There you go.
Sorry, what constraint did you use? Did you use point constraint?
No. So you select this, and
Yeah.
you select this IK, and you go constraint pole vector. So the pole vector is the one that can, it controls this knee vector where the leg is pointing at.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it okay if we move the locator to the left and right, or we just move it forward?
If you move it to the left, your leg is gonna when you make it, it's gonna just do this. So your rig is gonna
Okay,
pop. So
because
you
like
don't.
right now it's inside the body.
Yeah, I know. It's not ideal, but we just have to live with it for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay
I
if we
mean-
scale the locator?
No, you can't scale anything. But you can always go and change the local scale. That will just make the shape bigger.
Okay, yeah, because everything else in my scene is just really, really big.
Yeah, well, you can just make it like 3 local scale or something if you want.
So how do I bind the locator to the leg anyways? It just doesn't want to bind whatever, no matter what.
It's like this and this constraint pole vector.
Constraint pole vector.
Yeah,
So do I select the IK or do I select like a
the IK.
joint?
Yeah,
The IK,
First-
okay.
first the locator, then the IK.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Constraint pole vector.
Yeah,
I
and
just
that
click
one
it.
has no options. There you go. Yeah, and then now you can control this a little bit. All right.
Okay.
It's very basic, but you can take it further later if you want. This one has more control there. Right?
Well, give me a moment. If this ends up crashing like last time, then
Make sure to
might need
save.
more help.
Control this.
I saved. I'm very nervous right now.
No.
Take launch. Oh, it worked. Happy New Year,
Nice.
everybody.
Okay. So the last thing we want to do with this leg, hind leg or back leg or rear leg, we want to create a control for this so we can move that hip around. So it's going to be quite simple. What you have to do is you select this, and you can then just make a sphere. Like that. And then that sphere, just zero the rotation as well, because there's no point of having it rotated. Can assign this color to it. And then it can be named left, rear, hip control. Okay. Of course, what's the important thing when you make a control? Naming, coloring, and something else. What is it? Offset is important, right? Make sure to space it. There you go. Then what you want to do is grab this control, shift click on this joint, constrain point. And that will then allow you to control that hip. So you're going to get that. See? It's a weird one right now, but trust me, it's going to be useful. Now, again, you're saying that you can't really see the control. It's super annoying, right? So what you can do is you can actually press F8, grab all the components and pull them out. And make it like floating above and out. And then you should press F8 again. It's selected now, but look, the pivot is still there, but the control is easily selectable, right?
Sorry, Jan, can you explain that one more time?
Yeah, sure. So click on this bone, make a sphere. You can just zero it out, right? The rotation and the color, and just name it left, rear, hip control. All right. And then you want to space it as well. Oh. And then you select this control and the hip bone. Constraint point. There you go, there it is. And then you want to reshape it so that it's not stuck in the geo like this. So you just press F8, move it out and up. This maybe.
Did you do a point constraint?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's only controlling the position of this bone. Because the rotation of this bone is actually controlled by all these IK systems, right? So you can't really. But you see what I mean?
And
You're gonna,
and then you move the control up, like you select the control and then just.
I select the
up.
control, I press F8, and I move the points
Okay.
up. Yeah, because
Okay,
it's
okay.
about. I just want it to be accessible. I don't like it's still there, but
Yeah.
the shape is here. You see what I mean?
Got it. The pivot is still there.
Yeah, exactly. The pivot is still there.
And you connected this point constraint to the upper IK?
Not the upper IK, just this bone here.
Just the bone, okay.
Yeah, because the upper IK is already constrained. So I select this and this constraint point. You know, that allows me to control this a little bit better. Okay. And that's basically it for the back leg.
We
there's-
scale down the locator as well, like it's like the control, like the points
No,
of it.
not really. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Because mine is a little too big.
Too big? Well,
yours.
then you can scale the local scale.
No,
or
no,
I
I'm
don't
talking
know.
about the hip control that you made.
Hip control.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can scale down, but just the points, not the control.
Yeah. Got it.
Because you never want to have any scale on any of your controls, right?
Got it.
Yeah.
Cute.
So that's that.
Are we sorry, Jan? Are we also supposed to space the locator points as well?
Yes.
Okay.
You should space everything. So this everything that's considered a control, it has to have a space on it. Like you see what I mean? Like this. The IKs don't have a space, but all the controls, they have a space like this. Because then when you select them, you want to make sure that their value is 0. Like the groups, the offsets, they take the values from them, but the controls are 0. See what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, I got it.
So then what we're going to do after this, we're going to build the front leg, and it's going to be similar, but it's going to be a little bit different. Maybe a little bit better, I don't know. It's going to be very similar system though. So I guess the first thing that you want to do is creating an IK from here to here. Same like before. So create IK handle from here to here, there. And that one I'm going to name left front lower IK. Okay. And then I want to make sure that it's blue. There you go. So nothing too special. And then we're going to make the foot control and the IK. We're going to go from there and we'll see what's next. Okay. So let's do another break right now, and then we're going to wrap it up after the break. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Guys. So see you at 7:15.
Okay.